Obviously, you sparred some tough rounds with Boots back in Philly. They're saying that fight with Xander might be really happening in June. What do you think of that fight? What chances do you give Xander based on your experience sparring and getting rounds in with Jaron?
I mean, I think it's going to be a way better fight than people is giving it. You know what I mean? I think Xander kind of a big dude too.
Yeah.
Boots is real strong as well, so yeah, he kind of a big dude. But man, I think it's gonna be a war in my opinion. I think they're gonna bang it out.
You ever sparred with Xander?
When we was young. When
was this?
We was kids. Like we this was probably like 2017, like almost 10 years ago. Like it was like 2017.
2 years before he became pro. Yeah.
Yeah. So we was real young.
Was he always a boxer first? Is that always his style?
He was always he always been like a boxer, like an aggressive boxer. You know what I mean? Like basically like he could bang, but he always had that boxing in him. Like he could box. You know what I mean? So even then he had it. Xander could fight, man. You know what I mean?
What do you think's being underrated about him? Because a lot of people right away they're like Boots, and you may be picking Boots too, but right away you said it's a better fight than people think. What do you think is his athleticism being slept on? I know you mentioned he's a big guy, but what do you think is maybe being overlooked about Xander that makes him really competitive with Jaron?
Xander, he's real good at one thing I always liked about Xander. He's real good at sticking to the game plan. Like he listens very well in the corner. You know what I mean? To instructions that's given to him. He's always in dog shape, and he's somebody that like he has a lot of will to win. You know what I mean? Like You can always like count on him to not fade away from the fight. Like he gonna always he don't, you know what I'm saying, he don't weekends as the rounds go on. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I think Xander is like slept on. I think Boots is slept on too, though. I think people they don't give Boots a lot of credit that he should get. You know what I mean? So I feel like two young slept on fighters is getting in the ring with each other. That's what boxing needs. You know what I mean?
To get the shine they deserve.
Yeah.
Right.
So I feel like whatever the outcome is, man, I think both fighters gonna get their credit.
Tiger, just conversely, sparring Boots, what are kind of the things you got to get used to, or things that he doesn't let you get used to? Kind of just to take us in the ring with him. Just what's it like being in the ring with Boots?
Well, I haven't sparred Boots, man, like 4 years. It was like 4 years ago, but I would say, Boots is real athletic. Like he's real like, versatile. Like he could fight right hand, southpaw. You know what I mean? He's fast. Good reflexes. So somebody that you just gotta be on your P's and Q's with, and just basically people. I feel like people like Boots, you gotta be able to have some of those same abilities. You know what I mean? That can help you in a fight. You know what I mean?
Like you need a certain level of athleticism to compete.
Yeah.
With what he's,
Like if you find somebody, that's they got a lot of good reflexes and feet work. I feel like you gotta have some of those abilities to make it, a good fight for you. You know what I mean? But if you ain't got no good feet work, or you slow, you don't got no fast punches, or defense not that good, it's gonna be a tough job for you. You know what I mean? So
Xander's got good feet.
Yeah, Xander got good feet. Xander got good feet. He got good speed. You know what I mean? Defense is good. So that's why I say I think it's gonna be a banger. You know what I mean? And they different. You know what I mean? Like they got similar abilities, but in a different way. They both got their own style with it. You know what I mean? So
last one for me about Jaron, man, is how good of a body puncher is he? I feel like in the speed and the switching stance and his creativity with his punches, but I don't know, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. He's a hell of a body puncher, and he'll finish up his combinations to the body, and make you pick your hands up and worry about what's coming here, and then finish you. Did you experience that in the sparring? That is he one of the better body punchers you've been?
I mean, to be honest, I honestly can't remember for real. Like as far as like body shots.
Yeah.
I honestly can't remember, but I know he throws them though. I just can't really.
Well, then what was the best part of his offense that you do remember? Like
he just throw good combinations. Like his creativity and combinations is real good. You know what I mean? But as far as like body shots, I can't even really think on it.
You weren't there for that shit.
I can't really think on it for real. But yeah, man, Boots a strong dude.
Tiger, appreciate your time,
Thank
man.
you, bro.
Best of luck. Looking forward to seeing you doing your work too.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah.